Feeding a small crowd for breakfast before everyone goes hangry crazy can be, well, how do I put it? Downright stressful. And I don't know about you, but I am a bear in the morning. The last thing I want to do is slave away over a hot stove at the crack of dawn. After years of this struggle, I have finally come up with a solution. And it's in the form of this Mexican breakfast casserole. Really, it's just like a taco lasagna frittata had a delicious food baby. And once you prep it ahead of time, all you have to do on that crazy morning is pop it in the oven when you wake up. Hey there, I'm Lynn Brazil from Evolving Table, and today we are making this easy and delicious Mexican breakfast casserole. It's full of eggs, ground sausage, and tons of taco flavor. It's been a family favorite of ours at all of the holidays, so hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as we do. If you're ready to get to cooking, then come on in and let's get started. This breakfast casserole is sort of like a lasagna in that it's got a couple of layers to it. We'll first start by preparing that ground taco meat layer. You'll want to use a combination of both ground beef or turkey and ground breakfast sausage, but feel free to substitute one for the other. Finally, dice one small green bell pepper and one small sweet onion. Place a large skillet over medium heat and add 2 tablespoons of oil or butter, the chopped bell pepper, and the diced onion. Saute for 2 to 3 minutes or until they start to become tender. Scrape all of the vegetables to the side of the skillet and add half a pound of ground beef and half a pound of ground sausage. Cook for 6 to 8 minutes or until the meat is completely cooked through. If you don't like large clumps in your ground meat, use a potato masher to crumble it up. Thanks, Daddy Doug, for this little tip. Next, add 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. A store-bought brand or a homemade seasoning mix can be used, along with half a teaspoon of salt. This may need to be adjusted if you're using a packaged seasoning, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Stir the meat and the vegetables together until they're well combined. Now that our taco meat layer is prepared, let's move on to the next one. I went ahead and already rinsed and drained 1 cup of canned corn and 1 cup of canned black beans. So now we'll just add the corn and the beans to a large bowl, along with 1 cup of salsa. You can either choose to use mild or medium salsa if you prefer a bit of a spicy kick. Mix with a large spoon until well combined. In another large bowl, crack 12 large eggs. Let's see if I've still got it. Oh yeah, there we go. I've got all 12 eggs in there. Now I'm just gonna add 1/4 cup of milk. Almond or cashew milk can be used, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Whisk until well combined. Lastly, you'll want to cut 8 white or yellow corn tortillas into quarters. You can just place them in the dish hole, but I do find that by quartering them, it's much easier to place them in a single layer. Okay, we've got our taco meat, the corn and beans, the eggs, and the tortillas. So now it's just time to layer them all up. But before we do, make sure that you spray a 13 by 9 inch baking dish with a bit of nonstick cooking spray. Spread out half of the meat mixture into the bottom of the dish. Place 16 tortilla quarters over the ground meat. Layer half of the corn and bean mixture over the tortillas. Sprinkle 1 cup of shredded cheese, cheddar or Monterey Jack, over the corn and the beans. Repeat the meat layer, the tortilla layer, the corn and beans, and stop just before you get to that last cheese layer. Pour the whisked eggs over all of those layers. Top the casserole with 1 last cup of shredded cheese. And cover your casserole dish with a piece of aluminum foil. If you're prepping this ahead of time, you'll want to stop right here. You can refrigerate the casserole dish for up to 2 days before cooking. On the morning of serving, pull out the dish at least 30 minutes ahead of time so it can come to room temperature. Bake in a preheated 375-degree oven for 30 minutes. Remove the foil from the dish and continue cooking for an additional 15 to 25 minutes, or until the middle no longer jiggles. Let sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes before serving so the casserole will set. Serve with diced tomatoes, avocado, cilantro, or even a little extra salsa. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Now this is what breakfast should taste like. If you want a few more early morning ideas, make sure you check out these other easy breakfast recipes. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.